I just got a call from your mother. Did you hear about it?
A call from your mother? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm busy right now, so text me back in an hour. So, what did my mom say? Just get on with it.
Yeah, sorry to bother you. So she called me earlier. She said something I don't understand. She asked if she could have her stuff moved in tomorrow at 10 a.m. What does that mean?
Well, she's moving in tomorrow, that's all. Can I go now? Don't text me for every stupid thing.
What? What do you mean? Your mother is moving in our house? I didn't hear anything about it.
So I'm telling you now. And my sister's moving in too.
What? No, wait. Are you saying your mother and sister are all moving into our house? When did this happen? I don't remember even talking about this.
It's my decision. It's absolute. It's my family, so it doesn't matter.
It does matter. Without even consulting me? We promised each other before we got married that we wouldn't live with each other's families, right? Did you forget? Isn't that against the rules?
It might have been, but that was a long time ago.
Maybe I can live in your mother's house? But what do you mean your mother and your sister are moving into our house? We bought a house last year, but it was not for them.
Shut up. Mom asked to move in with us. Our house is cleaner and bigger than their house. She's been asking me to move in with us for a while.
Oh no, I didn't hear that. We don't have any extra room. Besides, there's no room to move all our stuff in.
You're the one who's supposed to be doing all the cleaning and tidying up. You're always complaining. You're a housewife who's living on my salary. Shut up and do as you're told.
That's because you said you want me to concentrate on housework. And you asked me to stop working when we got married. My job was a challenging and enjoyable... If you want me to work, I'll go back to work anytime. I'm sorry, but I just can't allow them to move in.
Huh? Why not? You don't like my family that much?
I hate them. Every time I see your mother, she just bullies me. I can't imagine living with her. And about your sister. Why can't she live by herself? Why does she have to live together?
She is still young. She'll want to live with her mother for a while. You should at least understand that.
Young? She is already 27, right? What do you expect me to understand? Besides, I heard she's not working right now. I don't think it's right that she's 27 years old and completely depending on her parent. I'm not so sure about that. And every time I see her, she asks me to go shopping with her. And always begs me to buy things for her. I don't think it's very mature of her to make me buy things for her every time.
She's my little sister, right? And I'm sure she adores you. Take care of your loving husband's sister.
What are you talking about? She even asks you for allowance. We're just an ATM to her, don't you think? Don't you understand that?
Shut up. Don't talk bad about my family. Just shut up and do as I say. If you don't want to live with them, we'll get a divorce.
Divorce? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. I've got divorce papers ready for you.
Divorce papers? What do you mean? Why do you have them?
I don't have to force myself to hold on to you. If you think I'm lying, look in the drawer.
Huh? Oh my God, it's true.
I'm always ready to dump you. Keep that in mind. If you don't want me to dump you, you're gonna have to shut up and do as I say. Well, I've got some work to do, so don't give me any more of your ridiculous texts.
Wait a minute. I'm not convinced yet. I can't believe it.
Hey, are you sure you've cleaned up your room for tomorrow? They're bringing a couch and some big furniture. Don't tell me you haven't done it yet.
I did it. I've cleaned up and made a big space for them. It's a lot of work all of a sudden. I didn't see it coming.
What's with that tone? You still complaining? Well, that's okay. You get to live with my mom and my sister starting tomorrow. Well, I'm looking forward to it, being able to live with my family after all these years. I've been waiting for this day to come.
You've been waiting for this to happen? You've been visiting them almost every month. You see them very often. Why do you want to see them so much?
What? Are you complaining? Even if you see them every month, it's been a while since we spent a night together, right? From now on, I'll be able to eat Mom's delicious food. Did you know Mom makes the best hamburger? I guess there's nothing better than Mom's cooking. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm sorry I'm not a good cook. You're trying to say my food is bad, aren't you?
That's not true. Your food isn't bad, but it's not as good as Mom's. To be honest, it's like the difference between a fine French cuisine and a supermarket special.
What a terrible person you are. You said you didn't want prepared foods from the supermarket. I've been working hard every day to make dishes. Don't make fun of me like that. Even married couples have certain things they can and can't say.
It's the truth, so what can I do? It's a wife's duty to cook for her working husband every day. Anyway, you're the one who feeds me. You're in no position to give me an opinion. My mom and my sister are moving in tomorrow. If you don't like it, we'll have to break up our relationship.
Yes, I will. I've already filed for divorce. So I won't be living in that house from tomorrow.
What? What are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
I'm telling the truth. You started it, didn't you? You told me you have the divorce papers ready to go at any time. That's why I took the divorce papers you already filled out. And I went to the city office with the divorce papers. I was relieved to see that they were accepted without a hitch. So now we are strangers. Good luck with the move tomorrow.
Hey, what a stupid thing to do. Can't you even take a joke? Go cancel it right now.
I don't want to. You were the one who told me first that we were getting a divorce. I just went along with it. Thank you very much for the divorce papers.
That was just to scare you. I didn't mean it. Are you serious? You're crazy to take that seriously.
You're the one who's crazy. Even for married couples, there are jokes you can tell and jokes you can't. Not this one. It's just not right.
It's not right to file for divorce on your own. You didn't discuss anything with me. We're a couple, so we should have discussed it first, right?
What are you talking about? I'll say it right back to you. You decided your family to move in together without consulting me. We've just bought our new home. And you invited your entire family to come live with us. Didn't we promise before we got married that we would discuss and decide important things together? You haven't kept any of those promises.
You didn't even discuss the divorce, the most important thing. Compared to that, living together is a lot better. Don't you think?
It's neither better nor the norm. Living together is a matter of the future. Well, since it's you, I'm sure we would never come to an agreement. It's a good thing we got divorced before they moved in.
Are you really going to leave me?
I'm serious.
So you don't like me anymore? You've been with me because you like me.
Now what? We've already broken up. There's nothing more to say.
I don't care if you break up with me. How are you going to live now? You don't even have an income. It's not too late. Apologize and I'll let you come back to me.
Sorry, that won't be necessary. I've thought that through properly. Don't worry about my future.
Hey, wait a minute. I'll be home in a few minutes. We'll talk it over.
There's no need for that. I'm not in that house anymore.
What? What do you mean? Hey, reply to me.
Shut up! Stop it!
Hey, what's with the house? Why is the house so empty? And why is none of your stuff here? Where the hell are you right now?
I'm back at my parents' home. Of course, they already know about it.
Huh? No way. What did you say?
The truth. I told them your family suddenly decided to move in with us without consulting me, so I divorced you.
Oh, come on now, don't be silly. Don't talk like that. It sounds like it's all my fault.
It is all your fault. My mother said she couldn't believe it. And my father said he'd never let you see me again. I'm glad we got divorced.
What are you talking about?
The truth is, I knew I would probably end up divorcing you eventually.
What do you mean?
Ever since I became a housewife, you've been acting like a king. You're so arrogant, I'm sick of it. I don't know if it's because you're longing for the old-fashioned way of being a husband or some crap. You always complained when I cooked for you. Who do you think picked up your socks every time they fell in the living room? Who ironed your shirts every day? You brought your men out of the blue and asked me to bring them drinks and snacks. You used me like a servant. I saw the look on your man's face when you did that. He said he was sorry for me. On top of that, if I went to your parents' house, your mother would harass me. And your sister would harass me together just for the fun of it. And you were just laughing at me. It's all so unbelievable. I'm sick of living like this.
I didn't know you were so unhappy. I didn't know. You should have told me.
I did, many times. And you said I was just overreacting, didn't you? I asked you to talk to your mother to stop harassing me. Do you remember that?
Was it that bad? She just said your cooking is too seasoned. It seemed like she was just teaching you how to cook properly. She's just trying to be nice, right?
That's totally not true. Your mother told me my cooking is terrible. I made it the way she told me to, and she said, well, it's not good enough. In the first place, she hated me from the beginning. At first, she said I wasn't worthy of being your wife. The food I bring to her is not good. She was like, you're feeding Paul this kind of crap? It was just sarcasm. But lately, every time I see her, she asks me if we had a baby yet. And that's not all. She told me that the reason we can't have a baby is because of me. She said I'm not worthy of being a woman if I can't even have a baby. Well, I think she already told you about this. Or did you forget about it?
I think I did hear something about it, but I didn't think she was bullying you in the first place. I'm sure she didn't say it that straightforward.
Huh? How dare you? She used worse language than that, and you know it. And it's not only your mother, but your sister got together with her and harassed me. She's never had a baby. She doesn't even have a boyfriend. And she called me a worthless woman. If that wasn't bullying, what the hell was it? Every time I went to your parents' house, I was stressed out.
That's nothing compared to other houses. I've seen it on TV. It's everywhere. You should at least put up with it a little bit.
Huh? A little bit? That's enough. We are already strangers anyway. I'm already a stranger to your mother and sister as well. Call me whatever you want.
Wait a minute, are you serious? Are you really breaking up with me?
You're persistent. Don't make me repeat it. I said I'm breaking up with you. I don't want to remember you anymore. I won't contact you.
Huh? Wait a minute. Where are you going?
Are you stupid? I wouldn't tell you. I don't want you to stalk me around. I don't want you to find me. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Bye.
Hey, wait a minute. You'll regret it. Hey, it's been a while. What are you doing now? Did you block me? If not, please write back. I have something important to tell you.
What?
Hey, it's been a while. How are you doing?
What do you want now? I guess I forgot to block you. I have nothing to say to you. Don't contact me anymore.
Wait a minute. I contacted you because I have something important to tell you. Listen to me.
What's so important? I have nothing to say to you. It's over.
You sound so cold. Don't say that. Just listen to me.
All right. Please be brief.
I actually went to your parents' house a month ago. I wanted to see you and talk to you, but they told me you're not there anymore. I asked them where you were, but they wouldn't tell me.
I know. My father told me, but he sent you away. He told you not to come back, right? I heard everything from my father. Well, of course he doesn't want to even see you.
Yeah, well, it was my fault that we broke up. I guess it's no wonder he turned me away.
It sounds like you're sorry in your own way. I thought you weren't sorry at all.
That's not true. Don't say such horrible things. I've done a lot of thinking since you left me. That's why I'm texting you.
Whatever. What's so important that you have to talk to me about? You're not going to ask me to start over, are you? I'm going to go ahead and say it, but I definitely don't want to.
Why not? We loved each other, didn't we? That's why we got married.
Well, we may have loved each other at first, sure. But I was wrong. If I'd known you were so arrogant, I never would have married you.
Don't say that. I thought you were actually waiting to hear from me. That's why you didn't block me.
Huh? No, I didn't. You're too stupid. I've been busy with other things.
Oh, well, I know you started working.
Oh, you knew about it? I've always wanted to work.
I heard from a friend, and it sounds like you're working for a pretty good company. You're doing great.
Well, yeah. It's kind of like my friend helped me get into the company. It's very rewarding.
That's great. You were always good at what you did. I respect that. I couldn't get into a big company like that.
Thank you for that. So what? I got a job, so?
Well, you work for a good company. I mean, well, you're making a good living, right? How much money are you making?
Well, I don't want to give you a specific amount. But I'm guessing twice what you made when we were married?
Really? That's great. You're good.
You know what? I don't feel good about this. You're so complimentary. You haven't complimented me on anything since we got married.
No, that's not true. I've always thought you were the greatest. So what do you say we start over?
What? No, we're not starting over. I don't know how you got there. Are you crazy? We're already divorced.
I'm not crazy. I'm always serious. I realized how much you mean to me when we broke up. I still love you.
That worries me even more. Besides, I don't like you at all. You contacted me for something else, didn't you?
You got me. Actually, I wanted to talk to you about something. I quit my job a while ago. I'm looking for a new job. And life is pretty tough. I was wondering if you could help me.
I know. I know why you quit your job and everything.
Huh? Who told you that? I didn't tell anyone.
We've known each other since elementary school. Even if you don't want people to hear it, rumors will start. You've heard about me too, right? You probably heard about me from your local classmates, didn't you?
Yes, but that means people know that I was fired for trying to get my hands on the receptionist at work. And that girl's husband demanded alimony from me.
Yeah, of course they know. The other day, when I got together with my classmates, that was the topic of conversation. You were desperate to be popular with girls when you were in school. We had a lot of fun to talk about. It was a good topic.
What? That's terrible.
I don't care what you say, but you've only been divorced for 6 months. What kind of nerve do you have to make a move on another woman so soon? And she was even married. You're the worst kind of person. It's a good thing I divorced. A scumbag like you. I never want to see you again.
I was just lonely, that's all. She wasn't that much when I was married to you. I just needed some comfort from anybody.
You disgust me.
But I was wrong. I finally realized it.
Realized what?
I knew you were the one for me. That's why I married you. That you're the only one who'll ever understand me.
Huh? You're creepy. Can you please keep your jokes to yourself?
Don't say that. I'm serious. You still like me, don't you? I mean, you're still talking to me, like right now. You're happy with me, aren't you? Don't lie to yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm not happy with you. I'm amazed at how stress-free I've been since the divorce. I'm so glad we broke up. I feel so refreshed. I can't believe I was living like that.
Don't lie to me. It's like you've been talking about me to your classmates. That means you're still hung up on me, right?
I did talk about you, but don't get me wrong. I never said anything nice about you. I'm glad that I divorced you.
No, my friend didn't say that. You don't have to be so tough. I heard it from him. He said you must have feelings for me.
What? There's no way I have feelings for you. Who told you that? I'm sure that your friend was just playing along with you. Probably because you were too insistent.
It can't be. Don't worry, I know. You still love me.
Whatever. I'm tired of talking to you. You don't listen to me at all. I'm sorry, but if you don't need me, I'll leave now.
Wait a minute. Can't we just talk in person for now? It's hard to express my feelings on WhatsApp. Besides, there's something you haven't told me, right? I want to see you, please.
Huh? You've got to be kidding me. I never want to see you in person.
Don't say that. Just for a little while, okay? Of course, I'll come see you. Where are you now? The company you work for is in LA, so you live in LA, right? Tell me.
I'm not going to tell you.
Why not?
It's obvious. Why would I have to tell my ex-husband where I live now? Besides, I have nothing to tell you anymore.
So I'll just have to go to your office. Otherwise, I won't be able to see you.
Huh? Don't ever come here.
No, I have to see you so I can talk to you. I'll be there tomorrow.
Hey, if you come, you'll regret it. You're so persistent. What do you want?
Hey, what's going on? It's terrible that you're sending me to the police.
I didn't think you'd actually come to my office. Give me a break. I'm glad I told the security guard beforehand. You've got my boss worried about me.
I'm not giving up until I see you. I'll definitely see you.
I don't think you'll ever see me again.
Huh? Why not?
You've got a restraining order from the police. The next time you make contact with me, you'll be arrested.
Arrest me? Why don't you want to see me?
No woman wants to see her divorced husband. Besides, you have a family you love. Go back to your loving mother and sister. You were so happy to be able to live with them.
I don't like that. Please help me. I've had a really hard time after that. I was going to leave the house to my mother, but nobody wants to do anything around the house. Mom said she's too old to do housework or something. She won't cook at all. She hardly does any laundry. I even have to do the ironing myself. It's the worst.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, it's gotten worse lately. My mom is getting depressed and can't handle it. My sister doesn't even work, and all she wants is money. I can't live with them. I can't do anything that I want to do. I want to live with you.
So you finally understand. But it's too late.
I don't want to live with them anymore. I'll never say you'll have to live with them from now on. So please start over with me. I'm begging you.
It's too late. Well, I hope that's clear. I'm not going to have anything more to do with you. I'm going to have to block you. Stay away from me for the rest of your life.
Wait a minute. I'm still not convinced.
I don't care if you're convinced or not. Also, there's no point in you trying to stalk me any further.
Huh?
For my job, starting next week, I'm going overseas for a while.
Really?
Yeah, the work I'm doing now is on track. And we're talking about setting up an overseas branch. So my boss asked me if I'd like to give it a shot. So I don't think you can come see me no matter how hard you try.
Oh no! Don't abandon me.
I don't care anything about you. Just get on with your life.
I'll do my best for you from now on. Yes, if you're going abroad, you need to protect yourself, right? I'll protect you, I promise.
I don't need that promise now. Just do your best for yourself. And about your mother and sister? Well, good luck with that. I can live without you. Well, goodbye, really.
Hey, wait!
Then, my ex-husband, despite my warnings, he came to my office once more, and this time he was arrested. After he was released, he seemed to frantically search for my whereabouts. But I had already flown to my new post. I was never found. According to my friend, he worked as a janitor and a part-time night shift at a gas station. He is still living with his mother who needs care, and his sister who has no desire to work. According to the information of my friend who saw him, he was scolded by a customer for his poor workmanship, and he was apologizing to her. It's hard to imagine that Paul, who used to be so bossy, is now so humble. I hear that he sometimes goes to a cheap pub in the neighborhood and drinks alcohol while crying. I can only say that he deserves it. I, on the other hand, am enjoying the life at my new post. although there are some difficulties in living abroad that I am not accustomed to. But my work is rewarding, and I am living a fulfilling life. Thinking about it now, I'm very glad that I got divorced. I would like to enjoy a comfortable life as a single for a while.
Hi, Heather. I'm sorry about your father. Hi, Julie. I knew his condition was getting worse, but it was surprising because he seemed to be all fine after all. I'm really depressed. Well, like my husband, you never know what's going to happen in life. I guess. Anyway, my mind is completely blank right now. But your father was the president of the company. You can't just sit around doing nothing, can you? No. If you don't decide the next president soon, the company won't be able to keep running, right? That's right. I'm sure a board meeting will be held soon. Really? I guess our luck is finally coming our way. What? No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Do you think Smith will be the next president after all? What? Why? Because you're an only child, right? Even though you guys work for the same company, it's unreliable to have a woman as a president. A woman? I don't know about that. Then, of course, Smith should be the right person for the president, isn't he? That's why you work for the same company. No, I don't think so. As for company matters, everything is decided at the board meeting. I can't really say. And to be honest, I can't really think about that right now. I think I should take care of my mother for now. Well, you're right. Your mother must be very depressed. Take care of her, and then we can talk about Smith. About Smith? Julie, something has been bothering me since a while ago. Did you want to ask me something? No, it's okay. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that your father passed away. I see. Thank you. Hey, Heather. How are you? Yes, I've been very busy this past week with all the paperwork and stuff. I didn't even really have time to mourn. That's just the way it is, isn't it? I went through the same thing when my husband passed away. Smith was still a student, so I had to do everything by myself. I remember how exhausted I was every day. I see. I respect you when I think about how you did it all by yourself. By the way, before your father passed away... Yes? I visited your house. What? Our house? Yes, because Smith was there. I had no idea. You should have told me. But you were at work. Well, yes. I would be happy to welcome you if you could come after work or on my day off. Oh, well, it doesn't matter since Smith was there. So, I just had a quick peek into your workroom. What? You just went into my room? The door was slightly ajar, so I just opened it. Please don't go into my workroom without permission, as I keep important documents there. Some of them are confidential. I'm sorry about that, but I saw it. Saw what? A piece of paper on your desk. A piece of paper? Was it on my desk? It was there. It said, the next president should be from the family. Oh, it's the one I wrote down what my father said before he passed away. Now it's almost a sure thing. What is? Now that your father is gone, it's Smith who's going to be the next president, huh? Huh? How can that be? That's what I told you the other day. Speaking of someone from the family, it's you or Smith who works at the company, right? Isn't the daughter's spouse generally the successor? Maybe that's true in general. That doesn't necessarily apply to our company. And as for the next president, it's confidential, so I can't tell anyone. I'm his mother, okay? You could at least give me the official news. No, I don't. You're not an employee of our company. We can't divulge company's confidential information. Besides, we haven't even had a proper board meeting yet. I don't think anything has been decided about the next president. Well, you're the daughter's president, aren't you? You can't be that optimistic about it. If you are, somebody could take over the company. That won't happen. The company directors were all people my father trusted. My father had selected the board members based on his own assessment. No one would betray the company. With such a naive way of thinking, you'll be sorry someday. That's not going to happen. They have been helping my father for decades. They have established firm relationship based on trust. They know the history of the company better than I do, and I'm going to leave it in their hands. If you think like that, I'm even more excited. Smith is the only one who can be the next president. No. How can that be? I don't think Smith will be the next president. But it was written that the president will come from the family. Seeing as you're so secretive about it, I'm sure I'm right. What? I'm not hiding anything. It's an internal secret, so it's only natural. I can't believe you can't honestly be happy about it. This internal secret thing is so annoying. But now we finally have a chance. I'm glad we've been able to endure all this time. What are you talking about? Well, you'll find out soon. What? Heather, are you at work right now? Hi, Julie. Yes, I just came back to my desk after my lunch break. You don't have to go back to the apartment from today. What? You mean our apartment? Yes. Why is that? I just moved in. What? I haven't heard anything about it. What do you mean you just moved in? I don't understand. It's been decided that Smith will be the president, right? Now the company and the inheritance are ours. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? You're no longer needed. What? You have no more use for him, so divorce Smith. Wait a minute. Everything has happened so suddenly. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even like you before you got married. What? But you said you're the boss's daughter, so I dreamed of a bright future and let you marry Smith. And I've been waiting for this moment to come for a long time. What moment? It's obvious. The day Smith becomes the president. The president? I don't know if it's confidential or what, but don't you pretend to know nothing. There's only one person who can be the next president because it has to be from our family, isn't it? Well, you're an only child, but I don't think you can handle the job. If that's the case, the only person I can think of is Smith. I guess so. Exactly. Before it's officially announced, I sold the house I was living in, and I moved into this apartment. For what? To take care of Smith, of course. Since you and Smith are getting divorced, there will be no one to take care of him, right? Wait a minute. You can't just decide to get a divorce. Oh, it's not only me who decided. Smith agreed to the divorce too. Really? He said if he's going to be president, he'll get a divorce. He said he was fed up with your nagging. I can't believe it. It's not hard to imagine. You've been bossing around Smith just because you're the former president's daughter, haven't you? The last time I was at the apartment, he was cleaning the room. Julie, there's a reason for that. Didn't you hear it from Smith? About what? He told me that you put all the housework onto him. That's why he said he's fed up with you. I had no idea he was saying such things. Now you know his true feelings. It means there's no merit for him to be the president with you as his wife. That's why I've decided to have you get divorced early and move in with him.
I understand. I'll talk to Smith.
I don't think talking to him will change his mind. It's all your fault for being so arrogant. Hey, Heather.
Hi, Julie.
Stop calling Smith every day. Smith is the man who's going to be the president. Can you please stop using him like this?
I am not calling him every day.
He goes to your parents' house every day.
That's because that's where I live.
See? So you're calling him every day.
No, I'm not. I'm not calling him every day. He is coming here voluntarily.
That can't be true. He's getting ready to become the president, and he's going to be busy from now on. Can't you just stop interrupting him just because you guys work for the same company?
Excuse me?
If you call him every day, it will affect his work. It's annoying, so please don't get in the way of him anymore.
Okay. I mean, he's unemployed after all. I'd like to ask him not to come to my parents' house too.
What? What do you mean? He's supposed to be the next president and he's unemployed?
Listen, Julie. I've been telling you for a long time that Smith is not going to be the next president of the company.
What? I think you're not ready for this. Well, it's your father's company, so I understand how you feel. But don't interfere with Smith just because you didn't become the president.
You're making a big mistake. Your mistake is so serious that I believe Smith couldn't even tell you.
Huh?
Smith was fired from our company while the previous president, in other words, my father, was still alive.
What? Smith? That's not true. Then what was the reason he was fired?
He used company's money. If it becomes public, it's called embezzlement. My father's mercy saved him from going public. But Smith lost all the credibility and was fired from the company.
What? What did he do with the money?
He spent it on gambling. He's always been a betting man, so I warned him. But I'm also working, so I couldn't keep an eye on him all the time. He was sneaking out under the radar. I was shocked when I found out that he was spending company money on gambling.
Oh no.
So, when he became unemployed, he didn't even try to work. He just hung around at home. That's why I asked him to do all the housework.
And that's why he was cleaning the other day?
That's right. For the past year, Smith has been unemployed. After my father fired him, he was quiet for a while. But he was also going to the casino without telling me about it. And he was sneaking money out of my wallet and bank account. I don't see any sign of remorse.
What? So, what about him becoming the next president?
That's impossible. He has already been fired from the company.
But he told me he was divorcing you because he's going to be the president.
That's because you made him say that.
Huh?
You're the next president of the company, Smith. They said they're going to choose from the family. He really believed you when you told him that.
Really?
The other day, when I told him the truth, he was terribly disappointed. But I told him that I was divorcing him as you ordered. He's been coming to my parents' house every day since then, saying, "Please don't divorce me, please."
I didn't know. I didn't know anything about that. If that's the way it is, you don't have to get a divorce.
Huh?
If Smith can't be the president, then you'll just have to live the way you've been living. I mean, maybe you could be the president, right? Well, I'll just have to accept the fact that my daughter-in-law is the president.
You're so arrogant. That will never happen. We're already divorced.
What? You're kidding, right? Smith didn't tell me anything.
No. Last time we met, we both signed divorce papers. I filed it myself. Thanks to you, I finally feel better. You got what you wanted, didn't you?
What? I don't want you to. I want you to submit the marriage certificate again and get married. It's just a piece of paper, so it won't take long, right?
What? There's no way I'll work for your convenience. I'm fed up with Smith, who won't stop gambling and won't do his job no matter how many times I warn him. I'm also fed up with you, who thinks your son is going to be the next president of the company and throws me out of the apartment. I am sick of all that. I don't want to be related to you anymore, so I've already told Smith to get out of the apartment.
Wait a minute. Then what's going to happen to us? I sold my house thinking Smith would be the president. If we get kicked out, we won't have a place to live.
That's what you did on your own. I had nothing to do with it.
Oh no. But if you're divorced, he gets a share of the property. I have a right to own that apartment.
You must be joking. I bought that apartment when I was single.
What? You didn't buy it when you got married?
No, it's the apartment I lived in before I got married. Smith said that the apartment was fine, so we lived there as it was. Therefore, the apartment is not subject to property division.
But you have savings and stuff, right?
The savings we had together, Smith spent it all while he was unemployed.
What?
I told you he was sneaking around and going to the casino. Every time he did that, he withdrew the money, so we have nothing to share.
Oh no.
Perhaps he felt the same way as you do now. That's why he went to my parents' house every day. He was begging me to reconsider the divorce and get back together with me. Of course, I have no intention of doing that, so I refused.
If that's what you want, I'll beg you to. Please, remarry Smith and let the three of us live together in that apartment.
That's impossible.
Why?
I processed the sale when I filed for divorce.
Huh? Why are you being so selfish?
Because it's an apartment in my name that I purchased. What I do with it is up to me, right?
Oh no. So we're just going to be evicted?
That's what I've been telling you since a while ago.
Oh no. Then what are we supposed to do?
For now, please leave the apartment within a week. The contractor will come in. I don't care what happens to you after that. I'm already a stranger to you guys.
Wait a minute. We've been a family until now. You know we're in trouble, so help us.
Why should I help strangers? I'm not so good-natured as to help others, as you can imagine. Besides, what did you do with the money from selling your parents' house? I think you can get by for a while with that money, can't you?
It's just... I spent it all on shopping.
Huh? There's nothing left?
I thought I'd be the president's mother. I bought a lot of brand clothes, bags, and shoes so that Smith wouldn't be embarrassed. I ran out of money.
I'm so stunned. Like mother, like son.
That's why I need you to help us. You're going to be the next president of the company anyway, right? Then you'd better help us.
The next president will be my uncle.
Uncle? Your uncle was working at the company?
Yes. He's my father's brother. Of course, he's one of my father's men in the upper management. I can entrust the company to him without a doubt. Unfortunately, I'm not the next president either.
Oh no.
Anyway, since you and I have nothing to do with each other anymore, please leave the apartment as soon as possible.
What am I going to do? How do you expect us to live?
You two should work together. Work at a place that will hire you regardless of your background. You just have to live day by day. It's the same for us. Don't think that you can depend on someone else to live.
You want me to work at my age?
It's the result of your own actions. If you have another way, go ahead.
You're talking about this like it's someone else's business.
Of course I am. I am a stranger. I don't care what happens to you. I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who thinks her son is going to be president and throws his wife out.
Heather, I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. So please, let us go this time and help us a little. You didn't like me before I got married with Smith, right? You let me marry your son because I'm the president's daughter. I don't want to help someone like you. Don't say that, please. Also, I have a record of my money that Smith spent. I will request him to repay it later. Please tell him that. Taking money from my unemployed son? Isn't that too much? Huh? Isn't it your son who didn't even work and spent my money? Please don't joke around too much. Well then, please leave the apartment within a week. I can't. I have no money and nowhere to go. I can't leave. Even if you say so, I have already set a deadline for you to leave. If you don't move out, you will be forced to leave. I've entrusted that to a trustworthy contractor. Then you should ask that contractor. At least extend it to 1 month. I can't do that because it's already been decided. I'm not going to get anywhere talking to you anymore. I'm going to end this text. Anyway, you and I are already strangers. I'm glad you got your wish. Well then, take care of yourself. Wait a minute, Heather. We haven't finished talking yet. What should we do now? After that, Smith and Julie persisted in not leaving the apartment. As I announced, they were forcibly evicted from the apartment. They had nowhere to go and no money to rent an apartment, so they had no choice but to return to Julie's hometown. Now they are staying with a relative, and they are forced to live like slaves. They make them work from morning till night. When they come home, they share the house chores and work even harder. Wouldn't that be good medicine for those two? In the meantime, I think they plan to leave after Smith pays off my savings. I hope they can hold up until then. I have started studying to follow my uncle, who is the new president, to become the president. Eventually, if something happens to my uncle, I plan to take over. I will make every effort to become a person who can take charge of the company. I am sure my father will be relieved by this. Farah, I hope you have made an arrangement for the funeral properly. Yes, I did, Heather. I had numerous meetings with the funeral staff, so I'm sure everything will be fine. I will never allow any mismanagement of the funeral of my precious son, you know? Do you understand? Of course I do. I've informed the staff our intentions, so I'm sure everything will be fine. Just because I got an uncaring wife like you, I had to lose my son like this. What am I going to have to look forward to in my life from now on? With all due respect, it's not my fault that he passed away. It was a car accident, and there's nothing I could do about it. It was probably because you were not good enough as a wife. That boy was tired of living every day. I'm sure it was mental exhaustion that brought on the accident. I'm sure that's what happened. Heather, that is a terrible accusation, isn't it? He was trying to go to his friend's house and got into an accident, remember? And if he hadn't gone out that day, it wouldn't have happened. He went out on his own and got into an accident. Then, if you had kept him back in the apartment, this wouldn't have happened. You didn't have the charm to keep him there, did you? I'm sorry to hear you say that. I didn't think this would happen either. That's why you're not good enough as a wife. I only regret that I allowed you to marry my son. Oh no. Heather, that is a terrible thing to say. At least give him a proper funeral without any mistakes. I want to give him a peaceful funeral. Yes, I'll do that. Farah, I just heard from my mother. I'm sorry. I feel like my mother misses the point at a time like this. As you know, she's the kind of person who can misunderstand stuff. Hi, Kristen. It's true that what she said to me was so outrageous, and I was surprised, but don't worry about it. I'm used to it. Right. Her arrogant behavior has bothered our family for a long time. My father and I are fed up with it. We've had our share of problems with her. But I want my brother's funeral be good without a problem. I know it's a lot of work, but please take care of it. Of course. If there's anything I can do, please let me know. Thank you, but I'm sure the staff will take care of most of it. Thank you for your concern. Farah, can I have a word with you? Hi, Heather. What is it? There's something I need to tell you about my son's inheritance. About his inheritance? Yes. My son worked for a well-known company, and he's been saving money diligently since he was young. I believe he left a lot of his inheritance to me. To you? Of course. I'm his mother. That's true, but... So, I heard about you and Kevin before he passed away. There was no love between you two, was there? Well... According to my son, you guys were on the verge of divorce. Well, something like that. If that's the case, my son's inheritance is all mine. What? If you were thinking about divorce, you are as good as a stranger. Why would I give you my precious son's inheritance? Do you even know about the reason for the divorce? I don't need to ask. It's because you are not a good wife, isn't it? That's what my son told me. You have no right to my son's inheritance. Leave everything and get out of that apartment. What? You mean you want me to leave this apartment? Of course! That apartment was purchased by my son. The name and the payment were in his name. It's his property, isn't it? I don't understand what you're asking me to do so suddenly. I have my own life, and I can't just leave like that. You can't talk back to me like that. I'm his mother. I'm fully entitled to that apartment. What? Is it really? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I don't know what you're talking about. Stop messing around. Just pack your stuff and leave right away. Either way, you were supposed to get divorced and move out of that apartment, right? Well, yes, but there's still a few more days until the end of the contract of the apartment. Huh? Well, I guess you can live in here for a few more days. What are you saying? That doesn't make any sense. I'll let the real estate agent know that you will be here. Please vacate the apartment in a few days. Huh? Are you out of your mind? Hey, Farah. Can I talk to you now? Sure. Thank you so much for your help with my brother's funeral. I was really grateful to you, Farah. My brother and I went through a lot, but you took such good care. I can't thank you enough. Thank you for saying that. But more than that, my mother seems to be acting wrong again. Well, I got kicked out of the apartment. I think she's living in there. I knew it. My mother is so upset about the inheritance. She won't listen to me. My father is having a hard time with it. I can imagine. Well, I was planning to leave the apartment within a few days anyway. I've already moved all the necessary belongings in the trunk. I don't mind at all that she kicked me out. Actually, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Okay. About my mother, of course. I'd like to discuss various things about the future with you. Could we meet sometimes? Of course, that's totally fine. Good. Hey, what's this all about? I just got evicted by the real estate agent. Well, I guess you're the one who has to leave. Huh? I told you, didn't I, that the eviction date is coming up. And why is this apartment in your name? Did you lie to me? What? Didn't Kevin tell you? What? You knew we were getting a divorce, right? So what? What's that got to do with the apartment being in your name? In the first place, did you know the reason why Kevin and I got divorced? That's because you weren't good enough as a wife for him, wasn't it? That's pretty obvious. That's where you misunderstood. Huh? He had been cheating on me for over a year now. That day he passed away, he was on his way to the other woman's house. What? Yes, it seems he fell for the wrong woman. He was giving her a lot of money without my knowledge. What? When I found out, I was devastated. What do you mean? Ever since we got married, we opened a joint account and kept saving for the future. We had about $100,000 saved up. But I noticed one day that the number was only 3 figures. Huh, $100,000? That's not true. You were making up a story just because he passed away. What kind of person are you? I'm not making this up. I've already checked the account. Your son paid everything to the woman behind my back. There is no way my son would have done that. I should have asked for the money back, but I didn't want to get into trouble in court, and I wanted to get rid of your son as soon as possible. As a result of our discussion, I decided to take the apartment and all the household goods. Well, I guess you could say that's my consolation money. No way! At that time, I changed the name of the apartment to mine. Of course, your son agreed to it. Oh no! Although, I had no intention of living in that apartment anymore, so I decided to sell it right away. The real estate agent who visited you helped me out a lot. He was very generous and considerate. That's impossible. How could you sell the apartment that my son had purchased without consulting me? If it had stayed, it would have been his memento. But it's not my fault. It was your son who was cheating on me. If your son had not spent so much money on women, this would not have happened. So your son got what he deserved. So it's the fault of the woman who cheated on you? Who is that woman? Huh? Weren't you the one who introduced her? What? Your son told me about it. What? What do you mean? You wanted your son and me to get divorced for a long time, didn't you? That's because you're so incompetent. If you were a wife like that, wouldn't everyone think so? So you arranged a blind date for your married son, just because of that reason. What? How did you know? He told me everything. What? You proposed an arranged marriage in order to get us divorced, and he went along with it. Isn't that right? Well, yes, but that blind date was just for the occasion. What kind of mother would let her married son go on a blind date? When I found out, I was speechless. Oh. You thought the blind date had failed, didn't you? Yes, that's why I was trying to think of a different way. Huh? You were still plotting something? Plotting is a terrible word. Well, that's what you were doing. You were sneaking around trying to get me divorced. It's because you were not a good wife. Let's not change the subject. He didn't break up with the woman you arranged the marriage with. What? Your son had exchanged contact information with her without telling you. Was that so? Why would he do that without telling me? Perhaps he didn't want you to interfere. What? He told me before. He said you're annoying because you get involved in every single thing he does. That's a lie. That honest and obedient son would never say such a thing. But you didn't know that he was actually seeing a woman on an arranged marriage, did you? No, but... It seems she was an extraordinary person. What do you mean? Fine dinners, luxury brand fashions and accessories, and even luxury cruise trips. What? She was very quiet and elegant. I think you're looking at it all wrong. It seems that once she started dating your son, she began to show her true side. In fact, he has contributed about $100,000 to her. It's appalling. Oh no. And since he did not leave any will, the legal heirs will inherit his properties. I know. I told you that I am entitled to my son's legacy as well. You seem to be making a big mistake. The only legal heir is his wife, me. Huh? Oh no. But as I told you, your son has contributed everything to the woman he had an affair with. There's nothing that can be called property. How could it be? He had been saving steadily since he was young, so he must have a considerable amount of money. He seems to have given all his savings to that woman. That's a lie. You're just saying that to get everything, aren't you? If you think I'm lying, shall I show you our bank account? Because the evidence is well documented. If you still don't agree with me, you can file a lawsuit. We have solid proof of his affair too, you know. What? It's all on your son's phone. Oh no. That's enough. Enough. Okay, I understand. Then, as the real estate agent told you, please leave that apartment immediately. Farah, reply to my text or call me. What is it? I'm working today. Where do you live now, Farah? Why? You are my daughter-in-law, so you are obligated to support me, right? That's why I thought I'd go to your place. I was kicked out of my apartment because of you. Why is it my fault? The apartment was in my name. I was free to do whatever I wanted. You have no right to tell me what to do with it. Even if you sell the apartment, you are still obligated to support me. Huh? I have no obligation to support you because I have nothing to do with you anymore. You are my daughter-in-law. The other day, I submitted a notice of termination of marital relations to the city office. What is that? It is a procedure to legally sever the relationship of a deceased spouse. Now that I've completed the procedure, you and I have nothing to do with each other. What? Therefore, I am not obligated to support you at all. Oh no. Then how do you expect me to live from now on? You have to think by yourself, don't you? Huh? I heard from Kristen. I heard you are divorced. She told you that? Kristen and your husband have been troubled by your behavior for a long time. What? You are selfish and only interested in money. Your arrogant attitude towards others has been bothering them. She said that? Yes. And after this incident, your husband has decided to divorce you. You set your married son up on a blind date. And if that had been successful, you would have made him divorce me and demand alimony, right? That's not true. Furthermore, after he passed away, you were going to kick me out and live a life of luxury in that apartment. When your husband found out the truth, he decided to divorce you. He said he couldn't live with someone who doesn't understand other people's feelings and the importance of money. What? That's impossible. I heard that you had used up all the savings. What on earth did you spend the money on? Well, I got a little addicted to horse racing. At first, I went along with a friend of mine just for fun. But it turned out to be more fun than I expected, and I couldn't stop. I just couldn't stop.
So you even used the family savings?
That's what happened.
No wonder your husband is so disgusted with you.
So, I didn't even get a share of the property. He told me to be thankful he didn't charge me for all the money I'd spent.
Of course.
I have no house, no money. I can't live like this. You have to help me. You were my daughter-in-law and I was your mother-in-law. You must have at least a little compassion for me.
There's no such thing. Remember you said you're not a good wife?
Why did he get such a wife? You can divorce my son anytime you want. You've been bullying me for years. And who do you think you are asking me to help you? I was young, so I just got carried away, you know.
Huh?
If you say you won't help me, I'll ask Kristen to help me.
She has been both embarrassed and disgusted by your abusive words and actions. That's why she said she would break off the relationship with you.
What? Is that true?
Yes. I am sure of it because I have met and talked with her directly.
Then there is no one to help me.
That's what I'm saying, isn't it? But don't you deserve it? You've done so much.
Oh no.
From now on, please live on your own. And think about how happy you had been so far. I think you will understand how much you have to be thankful to your family. Life is a lifelong study, isn't it?
No, I don't need that kind of study at my age. Instead, think of a way to help me.
Don't be ridiculous. I told you already, didn't I? You and I are strangers now, okay? Why should I help you? It will never happen. Please do not contact me at all in the future.
Farah, don't be so cold. I'm really in trouble.
That's none of my business. If you contact me again, I will report you to the police without hesitation. Remember that.
Farah, are you really that cold? I can't believe it.
Say whatever you want. You and I are strangers.
Wait. I take back what I just said. Please, help me. Farah.
After that, it seems that Heather begged Kristen for help. She was not taken seriously at all and was coldly treated and turned away. Her ex-husband was so furious that he divorced her and never contacted her again. She had no house, no money, and was left all alone. So she had no choice but to return to her parents for help. But since her ex-husband had already told them everything, she was turned away as well. She's now working in a factory and living lonely in a dormitory. I hope that by working diligently and spending time alone, she will reflect on what she has said and done. I was able to sell my apartment without a problem. I used the money to buy a new apartment. Even though it is quite old, it is in a convenient location. I can commute to work and go shopping without any inconvenience. From now on, I would like to devote myself to my work and save up for the time being.
Thank you very much for today, Lauren. It was a pleasure to meet you and your family. Thank you very much for welcoming me. Oh my! I'm glad to meet you too because I've been wondering what kind of woman Mike chose to marry. By the way, do you really think you can make it as a wife in this family?
Of course, I will do my best.
Trying is a bit naive, isn't it? Perfection is expected in this house, you know? Like Mike's father, we are allowed nothing but perfection even in one household chore. For example, cleaning is not just a surface wipe, but also about cleaning behind the furniture and in every corner of the house. Cooking is not just about filling your stomach. It is a matter of course to prepare delicious and nutritionally balanced meals every day. On top of that, we have to pay attention to everything, from the choice of ingredients, to the way they are prepared, to how beautifully they are presented. Can you do that? Yes, I intend to. I will do the best I can. Mike has grown up eating my cooking all his life. He doesn't accept anything with bad taste. Let's see how far you can live up to this expectation. I'm ready for that. I'll do my best that Mike will like it. Of course you will. And you know, your family background is also important. What? Our family has a long history, and it's no exaggeration to say that we are a famous family, you know? So it's also important to know who your parents are. My father works for a company and my mother is a housewife. A normal family. To be honest, I was hoping Mike would get a bride from a more prestigious family. But since he chose you, it can't be helped. I'm going to take my time to see if you can really be a part of this family. I understand. After you get married, I'll ask you to come and help me with my chores as my daughter-in-law. I'll have you show me if you can do it right to the smallest detail. You better be prepared for that. Yes, I understand. Anyway, do your best for Mike. That's your mission. If you're going to marry him half-heartedly, you better break off the engagement right now. I'm looking forward to seeing how much you can stand it. I am by no means half-hearted. Thank you for today. I look forward to seeing how much you can take. Hi, Kelly. I just need to make sure. Of course, you are ready for tomorrow, correct? Hi, Lauren. I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't heard anything specific. Huh? I told you to keep your schedule free for the family gathering, didn't I? Well, I never heard anything about that. Maybe you just forgot. Anyway, we have to start the preparation tomorrow morning. Be here by 5:30 a.m. What? Tomorrow? And 5:30 a.m.? That's too early. Shut up! Don't talk back to me. Relatives gathering is a must. You have to come. But there's no point in me going because every time I go to a relatives gathering, you ignore me. While everyone else is talking happily, I'm treated like an invisible person. And it's like everyone knows that you don't like me. Your relatives don't know how to talk to me, and I sense that there is tension between us. What are you talking about? Aren't you misunderstanding something? Excuse me? Don't be so sullen over something as small as that. As for me, until I was approved as a wife, I wasn't even allowed to pass through my in-laws' gate. Don't take it easy on yourself. That's why I don't like weak people like you. I hate you for that. You're really disgusting. I'm sorry, I'm just not sure I can. I'm always worried that I'm not living up to your expectations. I don't know how to treat everyone at family gatherings and I get so nervous. What are you talking about? Anyway, you should come tomorrow. No matter how anxious you are, it's a problem you should overcome as a wife. You should fulfill your responsibility. Lauren, it's just as I thought. I don't think I can stand your attitude anymore. What are you saying all of a sudden? You're not a child. You're my son's wife. I'm having a good time with my relatives here. If you want to say something to me, at least say it directly in person. Are you really a grown woman for texting me like this? You want me to talk to you face to face? How dare you? You ignored me, pretended you don't see me, and bumped into me, and even pushed me away in front of people. I know you ignore me and laugh at me every single time. If you don't stop with your attitude, I'll lose my patience. I'm running out of patience too. I really hope you get a divorce soon, you immature wife. I hate you so much. I will ignore you and torment you for the rest of my life. I'll fight back. I've run out of patience. I've endured your words and attitude all this time, but I can't take it anymore. I'm looking forward to that. I wonder if you're capable of such a thing. Hi, Mike. I'm sorry to bother you on a day like this, but I've had enough of your mother. What's wrong? Did she do something? I'll send you a screenshot of my text exchange with your mother so you can read it. I know you have tried to talk to her, but I've reached my limit. Hey, what the hell? This is crazy. When I told her to quit picking on you, she said she didn't mean to offend you or anything, but rather educating you to be a good wife. She also said it's not my place to tell her what to do. But look what she's been doing to you. I heard that she was harassing your sisters too, but I had no idea it was this bad. Yeah, my sisters were in trouble too because they were being ignored. She didn't ignore them like she did to me, but still. Unlike my sisters who are still students, she thinks I am neglecting my duties as a wife since I have a job. I have no idea what she's thinking. She's doing nothing but bullying you and your sisters. I can't believe my own mother is doing this. It's disgusting. I'm disappointed in my mother and I hate her. I'm running out of patience. If you let me, I'm going to have to do something about it. If I'm beaten, I'll do it back. I'm not just going to let this go. Oh, go ahead. Mom was always stubborn. She rarely changed her opinion. It may be tough, but you can do whatever you want. I'm okay with it. Okay, thanks. No matter how stubborn your mother is, I'll let her know how I feel. Kelly, what on earth are you thinking? Do you think you can get away with this? Give me a proper explanation. What is this about, Lauren? Is there something wrong? Don't play dumb with me. What were you thinking, skipping out on a family gathering? This is a precious time for family bonding that everyone looks forward to. How can you just skip it without my permission? Can't you see that your irresponsible attitude is causing trouble for everyone? I'm so stunned I can't even say anything. I didn't skip it. I was participating in the event. Oh, maybe you didn't notice because you were ignoring me. You were here? Don't lie to me. Listen up. A wife has to clean up after the gathering. What were you thinking, leaving without cleaning up? You're a useless wife and you should know that. If I'm a useless wife, then there's no need for me to have respect for you. I've tried so hard to get your approval to be your daughter-in-law, but it's all in vain. It seems that I am worthless to you no matter what I do, so there's no reason for me to show you any more respect. What? I am no longer going to listen to you. You deserve to pay for what you have done. What you are doing is a violation of human rights and will not be tolerated. What are you talking about? I have the right to make all the decisions in the house. Don't think about anything else and just shut up and obey. Huh? You're still saying that? That's right. I am the mistress of this house and your mother-in-law. What I say is absolute. Young people these days are all soft and weak, unable to respect their superiors. If you had been born in my generation, you wouldn't have survived. I hate you, you know. But you know what? As a wife of this family, I am obligated to educate you. That's why I've been disciplining you even though I don't like it. But who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? What? Educate me? What you're doing is not educating, it's bullying. It's the same as the old workers bullying new workers by looking them down. I don't remember you educating me, so don't talk like that. What you're doing is neither discipline nor education, just vicious bullying. I will educate you so that you will understand that. You're the one who has to suffer. What did you say? How cheeky! That's why you're such a worthless wife. I really can't believe that an immature person like you would talk to me like that. I don't know what you think you're doing, but you have no right. You're going to educate me? I would like you to keep your cheap joke to yourself. Kelly, call Mike now. I need to get in touch with him as soon as possible. I have something important to tell him. I don't want to. Why don't you contact him yourself? I'm tired of you always telling me what to do and treating me like I'm your slave. If you have something to tell him, please contact him directly yourself. I am not going to do it for you. I'm having trouble getting through to him. It's not just Mike. I can't get in touch with all my relatives. No matter how many times I text them or call them, I can't even get a read, and they don't answer the phone. That's because they've blocked you, so they can't see your text messages. What? Blocked? What are you talking about? I'm saying every single person in your family blocked you. In fact, I just contacted your husband and he told me to tell you this. Just as you ignored Kelly, we have decided to ignore you. That's the message from your husband to you. That's bullshit. He would never say such a thing. There must be some mistake. He's not the kind of person who would do such a thing. Maybe you're mistaken with something else. If you don't believe me, be my guest. Either way, it doesn't change the fact that you are blocked. Oh, you're the one who blew the whistle. You're such a scumbag messing around with my relatives. Do you even know what you're saying? Well, let me make this clear. It is true that you are my mother-in-law. But who said that a mother-in-law's words are absolute? This is 2024, you know. How long are you going to live in the past? You won't survive in this era with your outdated way of thinking. Don't lecture me. Just get Mike. He needs to know the truth. It is you who needs to know the truth, don't you think? You know, people don't usually block their own relatives. The fact they all blocked you means they all hate you. What? You didn't just bully me, but you also bullied my sisters. And you had several arguments with your son, didn't you? They are all fed up with you, and they decided to ignore you and don't care about you anymore. Do you think anybody can respect you for being so arrogant? That's why they all blocked you. I didn't tell them to, but it was because of your daily behavior. I don't think you're mature enough to understand this, do you? To be honest, there's nothing respectful about you. Shut up! I only disciplined you because you were being cheeky. You have no right to complain about my discipline. I know you just over-exaggerated and got them on your side. Huh? I can't get anywhere by talking to you. Can I go now? I'm busy too. No matter what I say, you would never accept the truth and we can't understand each other. I can't afford to waste any more time. I'm going to leave now. Wait a minute. I'm not done talking. I can't allow you to end the conversation on your own when I still have so much to say. Don't you run away from me. Listen to me and face the problem. Mike is not an insane son who blocks his mother. He has always taken good care of his parents. He would never be so disrespectful. Enough of your insults to my son. I will not allow you to speak ill of Mike any longer. Stop saying such ridiculous things. I'm the insane son who blocks his own mother. I know how much you don't want to believe me, but this is real. I had to do this to protect my feelings and my new family. Mike! Oh, thank God. I finally got a hold of you. What on earth is wrong with you? You are being deceived. Please look at the reality. It's you who needs to look at the reality. I'm really angry with you. If you don't apologize faithfully, I'll cut you off from my life and be adopted by Kelly's parents. Oh no! How dare you say that to me? Besides, you're misunderstanding something. Misunderstanding? It's true that you bullied Kelly. Stop trying to justify your actions. Do you know how much she has endured and how much she has suffered? Huh? It's not like that. That wife was bullying me, so I just did a little back. It's just a little discipline. I just wanted her to be a good wife for you. I just hit her a little harder so she would be better. What did you say? I didn't mean to bully her. I was just trying to help her. I did it for her sake. Of course I don't like her, but that's different. I was just trying to discipline her. Don't be ridiculous. That's enough. Huh? Mom, really? You turned out to be a total scumbag. I used to be so proud of you, seeing you work so hard for the family, but now you're like a different person than you used to be. I'm really disappointed in you. Whenever you say terrible things to Kelly or ignore her, I get angry. What? Why do you say such terrible things? Mom, I was bullied in middle school. Bullied? That's the first I've ever heard of that. I didn't tell you. I didn't want you to worry. But the bullying caused me a lot of pain. I finally decided to talk to my teacher about it. But the guy who was bullying me said I was just teasing him a little, or I was just playing. Well, what a bunch of jerks. How could they be so insensitive? Yes, he was disgusting. He makes fun of people with that smirk on his face. I'm not going to forgive him. And now, you're just like him. Huh? You never apologize and always make excuses. You say it's not your fault. It's their fault. I can't help but feel really bad. You're a jerk too. Just the thought of you being my mother makes me want to vomit. Wait a minute. Bullying and discipline are two different things. That's bullying. It's not discipline. It's really disgusting that you don't even know that. You should be ashamed of yourself. It's not a mature thing to offend someone and not be able to apologize for it. Stop saying you didn't mean to hurt anyone. I have nothing more to say to you. If you had apologized, I wouldn't have even wanted to break off the relationship with you. But now I really want you out of my life. Goodbye. Well, wait. Wait a minute. Please listen to me. I think there must be some misunderstanding. Let's just calm down and talk about it. Don't let it end like this, please. Kelly, I'm sorry. I don't think I'll be able to contact you all day today. I'm thinking of buying a new cell phone. It might be inconvenient today, but it's only for a day. Okay, take care. But didn't you just get a new phone? Actually, my mom keeps calling me. She even went to the trouble of changing her number. She's been trying to get in touch with me. My phone is ringing all the time. I can't even concentrate on my work. Oh my goodness, are you okay? I'm ignoring it, but it's really getting annoying. It's my own decision, but I can't help feeling guilty about cutting her off. I'm really pathetic. That's not true. That's a perfectly normal reaction. A child cannot live without parents. That's why we feel strong discomfort to disobey our parents. That doesn't change even when we grow up. It's also imprinted in our minds that we should value our parents. It is natural that you're feeling this way. Thank you for saying that. It makes me feel a little better to hear you say that. I'm the one who should thank you, but stress is not good. So, when this is over, why don't we go on a trip? What? You know, we don't travel much, do we? I know it's inappropriate to say this now, but I just thought it would be nice to have something positive to look forward to. Something that would take our minds off things. I'm sorry. I guess it's not the best timing. Well, once I get settled, I'd like to go. Traveling, I'll look forward to it. I'm sure the time I spend with you will be the most therapeutic. I'll try to get a lot of things done before then so I can truly enjoy it. Yeah, let's go. It may take a little time, but let's rest our minds, eat some good food, and see some nice scenery. Please let me talk to Mike. I know he's there. Why are you ignoring me? I'm his mother. I never thought I'd be treated like this. Lauren, I've told you repeatedly, he doesn't want to talk to you anymore. He doesn't want anything to do with you, and he is stressed out. Please leave him alone. You're the one making him stressed out. Then let me talk to my husband instead. He wrote the divorce papers and left the house. I asked my relatives about it, but as soon as they found out it was me, they hung up on me. They must really hate you. It's your fault. Everyone is on your side. I can't believe there is no one who feels sorry for me. It's your own fault. Are we done? We've been talking, but it's not going anywhere. Wait. I understand. I admit it. What? I'm sorry. I apologize, so please forgive me. Let's be friends from now on. What are you suddenly... I thought I wasn't very nice. That's why I said let's be friends from now on. I don't want to. What? I can't believe what you're saying. Besides, what you mean by friends would be ignoring me, not preparing meals, or verbally abusing and kicking me, right? I don't want that kind of relationship. Well, I won't do that anymore, I swear. Even if you really had changed, I cannot forgive you. Even if you apologize, my resentment for what you have done to me will not disappear. What should I do then? What should I do to make you forgive me? I want you to suffer. Huh? I want you to live alone and suffer for the rest of your life. I heard that you said that everything you did to me was discipline. That's what you said, right? You really thought you had been educating me, didn't you? I'm surprised that you could think that was discipline. I think it is already a difference in values between us. You had been treated the same way, right? Yes, I have. When I was your age, they wouldn't even let me in the house. They told me I had to do all the chores and everything else to become a member of the family. After all that, I was finally accepted as a family. I thought you should do a little work too instead of being so spoiled. I feel sorry for the situation you were in, but that's no reason to be a wife beater. What you were doing was not discipline, just bullying. No one will help anyone like you, and you will pay for it. Oh no, that's not true. Then what about me? I've endured so much. I'm finally free from all the hard work. Why did I have to go through that? You may be a victim in a sense, and that's why I feel sorry for you. But I just can't forgive you for what you've done to me. Huh? I don't understand why you did such things to me which you didn't like. I wouldn't want anyone to go through the same thing. But you wanted me to suffer like you did, right? You said you hated me. Well, It's okay. I think I was someone you disliked. That is a matter of your feelings, and there is nothing I can do about it. I can't help you because I hate you. Please don't get involved in my life from now on. I will disappear as you wish. There's no need to ignore me anymore. Wait a minute. Kelly, I'm really sorry for everything I've done to you. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. Please forgive me. I can't even imagine living without Mike. Lauren, all the things you have done to me are unforgivable. Do you know how much the neglect and harassment hurt me? It's been hell. It is too convenient for you to apologize and ask me to forgive you now. I cannot accept your apology. I'm really sorry, Kelly. I will change from now on, so please forgive me and let me stay with Mike. Even if you say you will change, what you've done to me will never go away. You're the one who ruined our relationship. Please don't interfere with our happiness anymore. Kelly, please, let me talk to Mike. Give me another chance. That's enough. Please get out of my life. Goodbye. After that, Lauren got the cold shoulder by all the relatives and got isolated. As her behavior came to light, her relatives began to avoid her and no one wanted to help her. She's now living a lonely life, with none of the happiness or anything that she used to have. She has been forced to start working miserable part-time jobs to make ends meet, and is struggling with the unfamiliarity of her work. Every day she returns home exhausted. I heard that she comes home alone and cries. It is a little heartbreaking at times, but it is the result of her actions. We have returned to our peaceful lives. Mike and I are much happier in our new life without Lauren. Mike and I have made a strong commitment to continue to build a happy home together.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!